Parents worried sick over school buses.
Wondering when or even if their child will make it to and from school.
6:45 rolls around, there's no bus. 7:22 rolls around, there's no bus.
It's just a nightmare.
The nightmare started with a shortage of school bus drivers, but that's not all of it. Moms and dads from all over Lee County are writing into Wink News asking for help, saying their child is late to school almost every day because of busing issues, or worse, their kids don't make it to school at all because the bus simply doesn't show up. Wink News anchor Emma Heaton is in the studio, and Emma, you met with a handful of concerned, anxious, and frustrated parents, and their concerns go beyond that.
That's right, Lois, because even more concerns came from emails, Facebook messages, comments, phone calls from parents worried over their children getting to and home from school. Now, each story has a similar message. These parents feel they can't rely on the district's transportation, and they expect the district to do something about it. It's another school day in Lee County. Boys and girls make their way to the bus stop, walking side by side with a buddy or all alone. Backpacks on, the wait begins.
I have to leave him home and say, hey, Demetrius, make sure you're sitting out the door waiting for this bus to come.
Demetrius is in 3rd grade. Stephanie Robinson is his mom. Demetrius's assigned bus is supposed to arrive at 6:45 a.m. Stephanie has to get to work by 7, so she leaves and uses the Where's the Bus app to track how many miles away the bus is. When it gets close, she calls and tells Demetrius to get outside.
6:45 rolls around, there's no bus. 7:22 rolls around, there's no bus.
Stephanie son is inside the house waiting for the go-ahead from his mom to come outside. Now remember, that bus was supposed to be here at 6:45 a.m. It is now 7:18 a.m. and if you take a look at the bus tracking app, you can see that that bus is still 3.2 miles away. 7:20 a.m. The bus finally arrives, 35 minutes late, and only 15 minutes before Demetrius's first class begins at 7:35 a.m. sharp. Stephanie told me, like most days, her son doesn't make it to class on time, and it's an important class, English and Language Arts. Then there are the days the bus doesn't show up at all. So if the bus doesn't come, does he get to school at all?
Some days, no.
What is your fear if this issue continues to happen?
That he's going to be held back eventually because he's going to miss so many days of school.
This story only starts with Stephanie, but doesn't end with her. Lee County Schools has a chronic problem of getting kids to class on time. Stephanie lives in Lehigh, Brandy lives in North Cape Coral, Patricia lives in Fort Myers, Dan lives in Southwest Cape, Ashley lives in North Fort Myers, Lydia lives in Alva. You get the idea. This is not an isolated problem. Superintendent Dr. Christopher Bernier admits that.
My responsibility is the education of a child. Last year, over 6,000 students per day were late. We can't have 6 students starting the school day every day late to school.
It's no wonder parents all over Lee County are frustrated, anxious, and concerned over what's supposed to be a dependable service.
There are days that the bus doesn't pick them up in the morning at all. There are days that they sit at the bus stop for sometimes 30 minutes, an hour before the bus finally does come. Actually, this morning, they sat there for 35 minutes and the bus never came.
It's just a nightmare because I don't know what bus he's on, where he's at.
You're not sure when or if it's going to show up.
Ashley Lands told me when her daughter's bus does show up, she sits there for an hour and 45 minutes just to get to school.
How do we expect them to be on a bus for almost 2 hours and then go to school and be productive?
Lydia Rivera said she's given up. She just takes her children to campus and is late to work because she just doesn't trust the Where's the Bus app.
I'll try to watch for the bus when it gets here so I can go get them at the bus stop, and it'll say it's like 7 miles away, but the bus will actually be here. So it's just not working.
Since the start of classes on August 10th, we've received all these emails and Facebook messages and comments from moms and dads. Dad Dan Maurer told me it stresses him out watching the app, waiting for his daughter's bus to show up.
You get either the wrong bus or the bus isn't tracking if it's moving or not.
Dan says despite the obvious issues, he's heard nothing from Lee County Schools. Every parent I spoke to told me the same thing. When I asked the district what it's doing to help these moms, dads, grandparents, and guardians, No one with the district returned my emails.
We're supposed to be able to rely on the bus system to be reliable and to know that our kids have a way to and from school every day.
I don't know if it's the lack of drivers. I really don't know. I just know that the system that they got needs to change. They need a better system, because the one that they got in place now, it's not working.
Now, I've reached out to the Lee County School District on 4 different days in 4 separate emails asking if the district has a plan to address parents, if there is a plan to fix the busing issue, or if that's something that they're talking about with creating solutions. Now, nobody responded to address my questions or parents' concerns, but over the weekend, Superintendent Bernier did attend a news conference with the NAACP and spoke a bit about transportation. He talked about middle school students not seeing their teacher first period last year due to being late and said that is not acceptable to him, parents, or the school board. Then mentioned the issue has since improved. Listen.
We are starting to arrive on time to our middle schools. And what is also happening is in the evening, I'm not getting the text at 8:30 at night saying last student delivered. I'm getting it at 6. Yesterday we had bus routes done as early as 5:30 from a 4:15 release. We're getting kids to school on time because they have to be in school in order to learn. I know it sounds simple, but it is that simple.
Bernier also said at that meeting he can't say more than he's already said and can't change transportation right now, even if he waves a magic wand. I'll keep pressing the district for answers. Back to you.